everyone to look at this address over here. It's 666 3rd Avenue. Look up there. 666 3rd Avenue.
It fits.
Take a look at that. 666 3rd Avenue houses the Dutch Embassy and APG.
The Dutch Embassy.
And APG is the finance company that keeps Joris Demmink's pension fund.
Well, this is the APG, this is the fund. We're at the address of the fund that gives Joris Demmink his pension. He is about to retire, and his pension comes from this organization. And what we'd like to see is what his accusations be brought to trial and his pension and fund frozen until that happens, in addition to him not being honored by the Queen, so that we can bring it to trial fully. There's video, there are witnesses, there's investigators involved, and there are victims, but they have not brought it to trial.
Pedophiles should not be honored by the Queen.
Pedophiles should not be honored by the Queen.
Stop sex slavery.
Stop sex slavery.
Stop sex trafficking.
Stop sex trafficking.
Stop sex slavery.
Stop sex slavery.
Demmink must go.
Demmink must go.
Demmink must go.
Demmink must go.
Investigate Demmink.
Investigate Demmink.
Arrest Demmink.
Arrest Demmink.
Arrest Demmink now.
Arrest Demmink now.
So the reason we want Joris Demmink brought to justice for trial in Holland is so that people that are not free can be free. There are 25-year-old women and boys walking around that were in sex slavery and raped as children, have grown up, that have no identity. There's no medication that can give you a new identity. It causes psychoses and behavioral disorders. And that's why I'm here. It's taken me my whole life to be whole from this. Joris Demmink, who is Justice of Minister in the Netherlands, needs to be indicted in Holland. He needs to not be allowed back into the United States, where he can have boys in the back of his limousine, as he's done in Turkey and other parts of the world. He should not be honored by the Queen on October 26th until and after he's brought to trial, to see if even he is innocent. But there are young men, that was just a briefing in Washington, D.C., that came all the way over from the Netherlands that have accused him and said, he raped me, he sodomized me.
Yes, yes, we'll make a change.
Make Demmink an example. Make Joris Demmink an example.
Arrest Demmink, arrest Demmink, everybody arrest Demmink, arrest Demmink, arrest Demmink, arrest Demmink, arrest Demmink.
And so I'm here today, as you asked, in New York City, provided by the Rebecca Project, to bring Joris Demmink, who's the Minister of Justice over the Netherlands, to justice. There are grown men now who are in their early 20s that he raped and sodomized from Turkey and the Netherlands, and they finally came out. They finally spoke about what happened to them. No one ever tells that you're raped or sodomized, that you're a victim of sex slavery, unless it's discovered. And so the fact that they could come out, we need to give people a safe place to fall so that children feel safe in saying what has been done.
In terms of Congress, we have talked to many members of Congress, both the House and Senate, and Democrats and Republicans alike. The hearing that was just held was by the Helsinki Commission, which handles the security in Europe. We have also met with the Dutch Embassy here in the United States. And at the Helsinki hearing on October 4th, the Department of State was invited to testify, and they did not come. They did not testify about why they gave the Netherlands a #1 rating in terms of their ability to prevent and to prosecute sex trafficking. Why the Department of State gave the Netherlands a #1 rating when these accusations have been out since 1995.
The question we should ask is, why hasn't anyone, if these accusers are telling lies or they're being untruthful, why hasn't anyone prosecuted these accusers? Because they're accusing one of the highest ranking justice officials in the Netherlands. The highest, as a matter of fact, apart from the Minister of Justice. And there's complete silence. There's been no libel lawsuits, there have been no prosecutions of these folks who have gone on tape. And also, they have come to the United States. Congress has basically had a briefing on this issue and questioned them. Congress has verified the veracity of their claims. They're speaking the truth and the world knows it. This is no different from Jerry Sandowski. For over 2 decades, Jerry Sandowski escaped prosecution because he was in the power elite. Joris Demmink is one of the most powerful men in the Netherlands. He has people's secrets. He has secrets with the Queen's family. He has secrets with other government officials, and they're all protecting him so that he does not release their information. He's a criminal. He's a plain criminal like any other pedophile, any other man who rapes a child, and he should be brought to justice. Joris Demmink should be investigated. Joris Demmink should be prosecuted. Joris Demmink should be arrested, and Joris Demmink should be found guilty and thrown in jail.